Hello there, Saints and Patriots. Happy Saturday. And we're coming to the end of Donald Trump's third week in office. And let's just say I need the seat belt, the shoulder strap, another shoulder strap to stay on board with what's going on, because he is moving at breakneck speed to get things done. Holy cow. It's incredible. And and with this expediency, it's caught the Dems off guard. And it is just comical to watch their response to these things, because now it's on the USAID thing where they have funneled money overseas. I see it as money laundering. Hey. How else can you go from $176,000 paycheck to being worth millions of dollars within a single term? Come on, we know what's going on. And the fact is, not only do we know what's going on, they know that we know what's going on, but they're trying to treat us like we don't know what's going on. Let's just say what's happened over the past 4 or 5 years, the Dems have grossly overplayed their hand. And in doing that, they have truly exposed themselves. I'm going to go back to the summer of 2020, where I prayed a simple prayer that the truth prevail and the lies fail. Because I saw what was happening with COVID, and what really, got me hot under the collar were the protests. And people were allowed to protest and stuff, but then normal people like you and me who weren't getting into that kind of stuff, oh no, you got to wear a mask, you got to be 6 feet apart. And we know those people, even with masks on, were not 6 feet apart. As though the virus would know, like, okay, this is a protest, I'm not going to infect anyone. Seriously? Yeah, I went there. Anyhow, that's what started to open my eyes to something's not right here. And then, of course, even more so after the 2020 election. And that's when I also not only kept praying that prayer that the truth prevail and the lies fail, but I asked God to give me discernment. Discernment not only into the natural world, but into the supernatural forces that are affecting the natural world. And it's one of those things like where God says, you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Make it happen, Lord. Make it happen. And Lord, have mercy. Yeah. Got to get some coffee in me. Anyhow, I began to see more into what was going on, not only politically here, but what was happening globally. And I made a number of videos. One that says what we see happening right now is a fulfillment of Matthew 24. And I kept referring to that scripture often. Not just portions of it, the entirety of it. Yeah, that one. Anyhow, and asking for that discernment. Even before then, I was able to see what was happening with Joe Biden and the dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever it was that was settling in. You could see it on the campaign trail, and even more so after he was installed as resident. Okay, anyhow. And what happened was, over the past 4 years, during the Biden administration, they were making up for lost time. And again, these are previous videos that I've posted over the past several years. I've said all this stuff. And what's happening is that Donald Trump is moving so fast, the Dems can't keep up. He knows he has limited time. He knows this is it when it comes to presidential terms. There is no third term. And my attitude is that even if Congress were to pass a bill that would give him a third term, I would not vote for him simply because of his age. He would be 82, 83 years old, like Joe Biden. I think there would be a big difference simply because that he just has a very different I don't want to say aura about him. He has a different energy. A different energy than Joe Biden. He's very engaged. He's a people person. Yeah. Anyhow. So we are truly beginning to see how deep-rooted the corruption is in D.C. Now it's with the USAID, and they have lost their minds. I said that the liberal heads are exploding as the Democratic Party implodes. And I wouldn't mind seeing the end of the Democratic Party. We're talking about a corruption of an evilness that has been in this party, not for decades, but for 2 centuries. We're going all the way back to the 17 and 1800s. The party that wanted to embed slavery in this country, where it got to a point where they wanted any new states that were added, that they had to be slave states, that they could be slave states. That's what they wanted. You know, this is the same party that wanted slaves counted for representation, but not representing them, which is how we got to 3/5. That was a compromise. That was a compromise so the Dems would not get too much power. No, this is the party of wickedness. This is the party of evil. And what they did in the 1960s was change their tactics. That's all they did. In the guise of, okay, we gave black people the right to vote. We gave black people civil rights. Now you're going to vote for us forever and a day. But that's over. Because what blacks are starting to see is that the Democratic Party has taken advantage of them for over 60 years. No, actually, for 60 years. And as I call it the dangling carrot effect. The Dems put out there something, they dangle something out there to get black people to vote for them, but they never fully deliver. But it's just enough to keep black people voting for them. I mean, it just boggles my mind that blacks are expected to vote as a collective. The only race expected to vote as a collective. Why? Why? Why would I vote for the party of slavery? Why would I vote for the party of racism? Why would I vote for the party of wickedness? The party of unrighteousness? I don't. There we have it. Anyhow, I wouldn't mind seeing that party come to an end because they don't stand for the people. They stand for themselves and how they can get richer. And we definitely saw that during the 2024 election. Because Kamala Harris thought that I've got $1.2 billion. I can buy people to back me. And ended up $20 million in the hole. And they wanted that running our country? Somebody who can't even manage money? $1.2 billion and end up $20 million in the hole. Oh, I've gone way off on this one.